All right, folks. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We're going to get started here with our first of 4 games while here in Chicago against Team Illinois. So, looks like we're going to send out Dar, Sullivan, LaRoche, Dowse, and Franklin. All right. Puck's down. Jack has control off the face-off. Sullivan sends it over to LaRoche. LaRoche tries to get a shot ahead. That's blocked by Team Illinois. Jackets are keeping it down low. Still putting pressure on. That puck is covered and frozen. All right, we're going to keep the lines the same. Puck down. Illinois controls off the face-off. They try to clear it out, but they do not get it out. They now pick it up. They're coming down with some numbers. That's broken up by Dowse. Big shot saved by Shortman back in goal. Illinois got it. They're bringing it up the side. They're sending it over to the far D. Now back over to the close D. Centering pass that did not connect, so start on the far corner. Sullivan has it. She just chips it deep. It's a tip, so there will be no icing while the Jackets get a quick change going. Illinois brings it from behind their net. They're going to carry it forward. Fisoni's on her, applying pressure. They send it cross ice. They're going to come down the right wing. They just dump it in. Illinois is going to do a quick change. Strang's going to go back and pick it up. She ends it over to Fisoni. Fisoni's going to send it over to Maxim. Illinois sends it back behind the net for Strang to pick up. Strang's going to carry. She sends it forward with it blocked. Illinois has it. They're now carrying in. Illinois gets around. It was saved by Mary. Martin sends it forward. That's blocked at the line by Maxim. Just kick it out. That is offsides. All right, off the face-off, Illinois controls. They send it cross over to the D. They bring it forward. They bring it into the zone. That's broken up there by LeMaster. She sits behind the boards. Full House tries to get there. Gutschall sent it up over there, still pinned against the boards though. Illinois still has it pinned against those boards. Was broken up by Gutschall up to Colehouse. Colehouse carries. She sends it to LeMasters. That's broken up at the line. Colehouse now just jumps that in. Jackets are going to go for a quick change. Sullivan's going to go in and put pressure on while reinforcements arrive. Illinois sends it up. It's held in by Schlagheck. She sends it in deeper. Schlagheck sends it into that corner. Sullivan's there. Pucks. Schlagheck is again. That's broken up at the line. We got Illinois on a breakaway. Great save by Shorman. Kicked it out over there to Dar. Dar's going to pick it up. She's going to send it forward. That is broken up at the line by Illinois. Sullivan kicks that forward. Dar's there. She picks that up, sends that in. Sullivan takes it. Sullivan with a nice shot, but it goes just wide. Haybecker trying to get there. Jackets are trying to keep this pinned in. Illinois is bringing it down. Fisoni sends it up to the point. I was going to block there by Fisoni off that shot from the point. Shot went wide. Strang sends that forward up to Maxim. Jackets can't quite clear that zone though. Douse has it back behind the net. She turns and spins. She sends it up to Maxim. Maxim chips it ahead to Fisoni. Fisoni carries out. She sends it back to Maxim. That is an offsides on the Jackets. Puck down off the face-off. Comes back into the Jacket zone. Martin has it. She sends it over to McInhill. McInhill's going to send it up the wing. She can't quite get it out from the Masters. The Masters does finally chip it out. It's held in against the near boards. Baczynski's going to come in and help out too. McInhill and the Masters are still fighting on the boards, trying to get that clear. Pops out. Jackets have it. They send it across over to Robinson. Robinson picks it up. She sends it forward. Illinois controls. That's a good block by Katie. But Illinois does also get it out, and they carry it to neutral zone. They're going to dump it in while they try to get at least a couple kids changed. Baczynski's got it. We told him.
I called the game like it's working. I call like it's working, but I heard it's not.
Sullivan sends it up. It's held by the neutral zone here by Illinois. They try to come in. Colehouse is there trying to hold it at the line. It gets sent back. Gutschall picks that up. She loses the puck though. So Illinois got it. They send it up to the D. D pass. It's chipped. Goes back into the corner. Illinois has it. They come around. We've got puck comes wide off. A great save by Shorman. Illinois sends it to the middle again. Now we got Sullivan applying pressure. That went out. Yep, that's an icing on Illinois. All right, with 9:31 left in the period. Still nothing. We've got Illinois controls it off the faceoff. They're trying to send it forward. They send it on Shorman. Shorman kicks it out to Dowse. Dowse is going to take it and send it up to Haybecker. Team Illinois carries that back in. Dowse has it again. Dowse turns. She sends it up the boards but can't get it quite out. Illinois sends it back in. Intercepted again. This puck just keeps bouncing back and forth between these teams, trying to get it out. Maxim tries to ship it up and out, but she still can't get it out. Goes back in behind the Jackets net. Dowse picks that up. She's going to send it up. Illinois holds that in again at the point. They send it back in deep. Dowse has it. She's looking over to Franklin. Franklin tries to get it up and out. Illinois holds that in again. Mary pokes that away. Illinois still controls. Illinois has kept these Jackets pinned in. There's been a long shift for the girls on the ice. Maxim's got it. She's going to try to get it up and out. She can't chip it up and over. It's still loose in the neutral zone. Illinois still holding that in. Dowse is there. And looks like the Jackets drew a penalty with that. Dowse working hard in the corner. Control, kicks it out. LeMasters is going, she's got 2-on-1 down. She sends it to LaRoche. Roche with the shot, saved by Illinois. Jackets will be going on to the power play, though, with 8 minutes left in the first period. Jackets are going to send out Maxim, Robinson, Sullivan, Dar, and Baczynski. Sullivan sends it back in behind the boards. Sorry, I got distracted. Jackets putting good pressure on that shot. It's hit down. Some puck's loose in front of the net. Can't quite get it there. Sullivan tries now. Sullivan has it. She takes it into the corner. Illinois just ends up chipping and throwing that out. That should go down for an icing. All right, we're going to send out a second unit here of Tassoni, LeMasters, LaRoche, and we got Schlagheck and Strang back there. Ooh, LaRoche with a nice backhand, or Tassoni with a nice backhand shot. Schlagheck pinches down in, keep that in. Illinois now just sends that up and down the middle. That should be an icing. All right, iced it with 7 minutes to go, 30 seconds left on the penalty. Puck went down. Illinois controls off that face-off with 30 seconds left in the penalty. They kick it up. Schlagheck's got it up, sends it deep in from the defensive zone. Tassoni's got it behind the net. She's looking for a centering option. She takes it around. She sends it back up to Schlagheck. Schlagheck sends it back over to Tassoni. It's blocked. We're going to up it back to Schlagheck. Schlagheck with the shot, saved by the Illinois goalie. Strang pinches in and holds that in. Illinois grabs it and does just end up dumping it deep. That is an icing, and we've got 6 seconds left. to send out Dar, Sullivan, and McInhill with Baczynski and Martin. Puck's down. Illinois controlled off the faceoff, sends it to their far corner. Illinois still has it back behind their net. They're trying to cycle it and clear it out. McInhill's helping hold that in against the boards there. Sullivan comes away with it, but Illinois picks that from her pocket and takes it back behind their net. They now cut to the middle. They're going to come out with some speed and numbers. Baczynski tried to break that up. Illinois just cuts to the front towards the net. She goes back around, tries for the wraparound, and that is frozen by Shorman. Great save, great awareness. All right, Jackets are going to send out Fisoni, Maxim. Oh well. Off the face-off, Illinois controlled, shot blocked by Fisoni. Fisoni's going to carry that forward. She takes it in. She chips it around her man and tries to go into chase. Good job on the forecheck there. Illinois tries to get it up and out. They send up the boards. It's broken up by Maxim. Fisoni's there working hard. They're send it in deep. Maxim's going to go for it. The Jackets keep holding that in. Illinois now has it. That's Schlagheck holds that in at the point. Tries to comes loose to Maxim. Maxim with some space. She takes a quick shot. Jackets. Gutschall just sent it to the far borders just so the Jackets get a change and keep the puck away from Illinois. Gutschall picks it up. She's going to send it up the boards over to Robinson. Robinson tries to clear it up and around. She can't quite get it out. The Masters is there. Now Habecker's got it. She gets pulled down though. Illinois still has it. They come away. They're circling to the middle. Robinson was there with a good, nice poke check. Douse there. Illinois cycling. That was broken up there. Puck's loose. Good job by Habecker picking that up and throwing it out in the way. Puck is still loose in the Jackets' corner, front side corner. Jackets try to get that up, but it comes up to the point. As it was off of Jackets' body. The Masters chips that up and out, and they're going to get at least the defense changed. They're going to go for a full line change while Habecker puts on pressure. That is an offsides play, yep. We're going to have Dar, Sullivan, and LaLoche out there with Martin and Strang. Dar looks like she got kicked out and needs to go to get some repairs. Martin sends that up to LaRoche. Strang is going to go pick up that puck. She's going to send it around the boards over to Sullivan. Sullivan ships that ahead. Fisoni on the chase with LaRoche on the chase. Good pressure. As pressure broke that up. But Illinois does come away with it still. Martin holds their girl up and keeps her out of the zone. Jackets are still applying pressure. Illinois comes in. They have a centering pass. That's broken up. Sullivan now has it. She's going to chip that up the boards, but can't get that out. Puck's broken up again. Here, now Martin's got it. She sends it up the boards to LaRoche. LaRoche is going to carry out. Can't find it. Gutschall missed on her defensive play. But shot goes high and wide anyways. Baczynski's now in. She's going to go grab it from behind her net. She's going to look ahead. She tries to carry forward, gets her pocket picked on her way out. Fisoni's in trying to help out. Baczynski sends it to LaRoche. LaRoche trying to get it up. She gets it up and out. Puck is still loose here in the neutral zone. Baczynski's going to grab it. She's going to carry. She missed a little bit of miscommunication there, it looks like. Baczynski now has it again back behind her net with 2:40 left to go in the period. Puck is loose. Gutschall's got it in the corner. She's trying to get it up to McInhill. McInhill gets taken down. Gutschall's there, sends it up Jackets are struggling to get it up and out of their zone. There we go. Brzezinski's got it out. Looks like it was touched, so we now have no icing. Maxim's in on the forward check, which is great. When she breaks that up, she sends it to LeMasters. LeMasters sends it up to Franklin. Franklin makes a move, takes a shot. Doesn't quite make it all the way to the net. Illinois is just going to chip it up and out into their own bench. With 2 minutes to go, we're going to send out Colehouse, Fasoni, and Robinson. We've got Schlagheck and Franklin back on defense. Franklin holds that in with the line. She sends that in deep. Illinois still has it. They send a D to D behind their net. They're going to send it up to the right wing. She chips it up and out. Franklin is there to pick that up in the neutral zone. She assesses her option. She's going to take it back behind her net. She sends it up to Colehouse. Colehouse tries to get it up farther to Fasoni. Fasoni loses it. Puck's loose. Colehouse is going to pick that up. She's going to send it hard around the boards over to Robinson. Robinson's there. She's trying to get that up the chip through, but she cannot quite get that clear through. We got Franklin's got it. She's going to cut to the middle. Lost the puck on that, though. Pass out. So Illinois now picked that up. She sends it up to her D. Illinois got it. They're sending a D to D. Sullivan's there. She breaks that up. They can't quite clear the zone with that, though. So now we got Schlaghex trying to keep that puck away from them. And that is in. Team Illinois goes up 1-0 with 52 seconds left. Puck's down. Looks like Juliet's back after whatever was the issue, which is good to see. Sullivan and Dar out there with Habecker and Strang and Dowse. Strang tries to get that puck up and out. They do clear the zone. Illinois controls in the neutral zone. They send it forward. She chips it in. Dowse is there. She intercepts. Dowse tries to send it over to Strang. Strang sends it back the other way. That is intercepted by Illinois. Illinois still has it. That was a good break up by Dar. Now Sullivan clears it out. We got a foot race. Looks like Illinois is going to get there first. Pressure there by Dar. Illinois still controls. Dar sends that up. Brzezinski's there. She breaks that up. She picks it up. She just chips it up and out. Looks like LeMasters is on the chase. No icing, so. And that is the end of the first period. And Martin out. Maxim's going to kick that, or the Jackets come away with that off the face-off, but then Illinois intercepted. So puck's loose in the neutral zone. Bazinski tried to get it over to Maxim, but that is intercepted by Illinois. Illinois carries in. Illinois just put off the pole. Unfortunate on that goal. Shot went off the post, popped right out to a girl had an open net. Jackets are going to switch that lineup. Off the face-off, Illinois is going to control. Illinois got it. They're going to send it D to D. They send it up the wing. Gutschall breaks that one up, but Illinois does end up breaking in anyways. LeMasters is trying to help out on defense there. Schlotkick with a nice move and interception. McInhill's got it. She's going to try to clear it up the boards. They can't quite get it up the boards. Illinois has it. They're coming around the net. They do a drop pass. Illinois still has it. Pressure by Gutschall. They send it up to the D. The D sends it back in deep. Jackets have it. Just comes around the net. Oh, tried to get a good pass across, but that was intercepted. Nice defense by Schlotkick on that. Illinois ends up sending it out of the zone, so that's going to relieve a little bit of pressure. Still controlled though. They're going to send it forward. They just chip it in deep and go hard for it. Illinois wins the race to the puck. They come around. They send it up to the D with a big shot. Schlotkick did a great job keeping it in the corner. The Jackets do try to get out. Finally, they do. Dar's going to carry it forward. She's got Sullivan with her. That's going to allow the Jackets to get the rest of those lines changed. Dar's got it. She does a quick shot. She's another shot. Sullivan can't quite connect on that either. Illinois sends it in deep. It looks like that will be an icing. Jackets are trying. They've had some chances. Applying pressure. We've got 13 left in this period. We've got Franklin and Douse out with Sullivan, Dar, and Kohlhaas. Illinois controls off the face-off. They're sending it up. They can't quite get it out. Douse tried to hold that in, did a great job. Dar's there helping cover him back. She sends it to Kohlhaas. Puck still loose in the neutral zone with an Illinois Detroit. Franklin tried to break that up. Dar's there. She sends it out of the zone again. Sullivan chips it forward. Sullivan's got it. Sullivan comes through. Now we do have a penalty there on Illinois. It's going to be a holding or interference. Any number of calls could be called on that. Sullivan did a great job working hard, going to try on that penalty. So with 12:45 left, Jackets are going to go on the power play. They're going to send out Sullivan, Bazinski, Maxim, Fisoni, and Robinson. Off the face-off, Maxim had it. She took a quick shot and just went wide. Illinois had it. They'd end up chipping it out, but now there is no icing on that. So Bazinski's going to pick up the puck, collect, bring it out, and assess her options. Bazinski lost it there at the blue line. Illinois is going to now come back in. Fisoni's back there, applying pressure. And there it looks like Fisoni's going to pick up a penalty on that. Looks like they're calling holding on. Looks like they're going to send Fisoni off for holding. So it looks like we're going to play some 4-on-4 hockey for about a minute. Jackets sent out Robinson, LeMaster, Strang, and Schlotkick for this 4-on-4. Illinois controls off the face-off. That was a nice shot, came in right on net. And it ended up trickling in and through. So Illinois is up 3-0. Find out Dar, Sullivan, Strang, and Martin. That shot goes in on Mary. She sends it over to the corner. Martin picks that up. She chips that up ahead. Martin now picks that up and carries it. She carries it ahead. She sends it forward. They have no icing on that, so she's going to chip in. She's going to apply pressure. Dar and Strang are back. Illinois comes down the right wing with it. Strang is there to meet her. She holds her up. She sends it up to the D. Illinois sends it over to the other D. A nice quick shot. The puck goes up and out. So no goal on the win over the bar. Illinois still has it in the far corner. Dar now has it. She just sends it up and out. And it goes for icing on the Jackets. All right, Jackets have it off the face-off. Buzinski's got it behind her net. She sends it up to Robinson. Robinson can't quite get it out. Puck actually popped up into the bench. So for this penalty kill, because Jackets now are on the penalty kill for the last 25 seconds, we have sent out LeMasters, Robinson, Buzinski, and Gutschall. Jackets winning off the face-off. Gutschall has it. She is spinning around back behind the net. So if Illinois comes away with it, Illinois sends it up to the blue line. Defense has it. Illinois still has it. They're cycling through. Robinson with pressure. Buzinski there putting pressure on the wing. They're going to carry forward. Illinois is still carrying it. They're cycling it through. We are now off of that. Fasoni's now out. She's going to just chip it ahead. And we're going to go for the whole change. The Masters does get it. She goes backhand. Can't quite get that one to go through. All right, 10-20 left. Jackets still down 3-0. Fasoni wins that off the face-off, sends over to Douse. Douse over to Franklin. Franklin with the shot that gets blocked by Illinois. Illinois is going to now come back with it. Maxim's applying back pressure. That is an offsides on Illinois. Puck's loose off that face-off. It was tied up. Illinois does come away with it. Good defense by Douse holding the girl up as she tried to come in. That came up and out, so that is an offsides again. All right, Jackets come down. Fasoni had it. She brought in. Illinois controls it back behind the net. Fasoni has it. Fasoni sends it up to Douse. Douse sends it back to Fasoni. Or no, over to Haybecker, sorry. Douse is going to send it in deep. Oh, we get a little bit of a change going. Looks like pins there against the board with Maxim. Puck came loose. LaRoche has it. She sends it over to Fasoni. Fasoni with a quick shot. Saved by the Illinois goalie. Sony and the Jackets are still fighting on those boards with it. Comes to the middle. Illinois tries to send it up again. They finally clear it up and out. String picks it up in the user. Douse has it. Douse is going to dump it in. That was blocked by the Illinois. We get our defenseman change though. Illinois is controlling. Illinois sent that down for an icing. Jackets, Illinois controlled off the face-off. They're going to send it up. They send it up and through. Illinois is going to come in with speed. Mary with a great save. Illinois still has it. They just send it back behind the net. They send it up to the point. Actually, to the slot. But either way, Jackets. Yeah. Illinois got the puck right there in the slot with all the time in the world. So we have unfortunately gone down 4-0. All right, we're going to send out Lemasters, Robinson, McInhill, Gutschall, and Wazinski. Illinois controlled again off the faceoff. They're using that home ice faceoff advantage well. They chip it in deep. The Masters is there. She sends it up and around. That is hit with a high stick, but not caught by the ref. Bazinski's going to get it over in the corner. She sends it up to Robinson. Illinois is there. The puck comes loose. Bazinski's going to pick that up. Bazinski has it. She's going to look for her options. She's going to send it up to McInhill. McInhill couldn't quite clear the zone, but that now does on the cross-ice pass. And Robinson was there to break that up. Illinois still controls. They send it forward. Bazinski has it. She sends it up deep. Cassoni's now putting on pressure on the forecheck. Kohlhaas was there. Now that chipped forward. Schlagheck's there to pick that up, though. She's got it in her own zone with pressure from Illinois. She's going to carry behind her net. She gets dispossessed, but Franklin's there to help out. She picks that up. She sends it up to Maxim. Maxim tries to clear it out, can't get there, but now Franklin sends it up to Maxim. Maxim sends a long pass over to Kohlhaas, doesn't connect on that pass. That will be icing on the Jackets. Looks like they waved that off. So the Jackets are using their forecheck to keep pressure in. Maxim kept that in well. Kohlhaas is now providing pressure behind the net. Maxim has it. She tried to, couldn't quite get that through. Douse is there. Douse couldn't get a shot off. She sends it up to Kohlhaas. Kohlhaas' centering pass is intercepted. Jackets hold it in at the blue line. Douse chips that forward. Jackets have been doing a great job using their forecheck to apply pressure and pin the Illinois in a little bit. Sony now has it. She holds that in. That is now intercepted by Illinois, and Illinois just sends that forward for no icing. So Strang will go back and pick it up. She's going to send it across ice over to Douse. Douse is going to look across ice to Habecker. Habecker chips that forward, but Illinois is able to take that and intercept it. So Illinois coming around their side, they're going up the wing. They're going to send that deep, but Martin has that in the neutral zone. She drops it to Bazinski. Bazinski now sends it over. Habecker up to Sullivan. Sullivan tried to centering pass over to Dar, but that was broken up. Bazinski now with a quick shot. Oh, just was saved by that goalie. Martin's going to try to send it across. That was intercepted by Illinois. Looks like offsides on the Jackets. Jackets are going to switch out their forwards lines with 5:45 left in the first period to go. Illinois came away with that puck off the faceoff. They send it forward. They send it full ice. There's no icing on that. Martin picks that up. She is intercepted, and now the Illinois has it. Look, the puck's loose now in that corner. Martins finally gets up in the near corner. She sends it up to Robinson. Robinson can't get that out, though. Martins got it again in the near corner with pressure from Illinois. The Masters chips that away from that. Bazinski's going to come around, pick that up. She's going to try to chip it ahead, but intercepted. Illinois now has it. They're going to they're cycling it. Bazinski stole that from them. Puck is loose, and Illinois picked that up. They sent a pass in front of the net. Good save by Mary. Illinois sends it up to the blue line. They rip a shot in. Great block by LeMasters. She's going to carry that out. Jackets have numbers. They send it up to LaRoche. That is poked away, and now they're going to try to catch us on a change. That shot went wide by Illinois. They had a free run with catching us on the change. Schlockeck's trying to get that up and out. She can't quite get that cleared. Puck sent deep. Gutschall picks that up. She skates it around. She sends it up to Maxim. Maxim. She's going to carry that out. She tries to send cross ice to LaRoche. LaRoche now chips that in deep. Forwards are going to get their change started. Mackenhill's there. She picks that up and keeps it. She makes the girl miss. She sends that in. Puck is still loose. Illinois is going to send that up the boards. Schlockeck's there. She keeps that in, sends it back into the corner. Sony's over there. She's applying pressure down in the near corner here. Maxim is as well. Schlock comes up to Schlockeck. Schlockeck sends it over to Gutschall. Gutschall sends just deep into the corner. And she's going to go off for a change. Fasoni is there applying pressure. Mackenhill, quick shot. That is saved as well. Jackets are trying to get pressure on. Strang now has it in neutral zone. She sends it over to Schlockeck. Schlockeck's going to send that up to Fasoni. Fasoni's now going to try to chip that in. Puck goes cross ice. Strang's going to get there. She collects. She's going to look, see her options. She's going to send that just up and off the boards, try to hope that it dies for no icing, which looks like it does. So Jackets are going to get the rest of that line change done. Fasoni with pressure. Martin now has it. Martin still has it. They keep it up and out of this, keeps it out of the zone. That is offsides on the Illinois. Jackets send out Dar, Sullivan, and Colehouse with Strang and Martin. Illinois controls off the face-off. Puck's in the neutral zone to Strang. Strang's got it. She's going to chip it ahead. Illinois controls in their own zone. They go D to D, cross ice for a breakout. They're going to come down the right side. They try to centering pass. They send it in. It's blocked by Strang. Over to Martin. Martin's going to send it to Habecker. Habecker's going to try to get that out, but can't. That's sent back in. Martin's going to pick it up behind her net. She's going to send it forward over to Sullivan, but Illinois is going to intercept that. Dar now has it. She sends it across ice. Jackets do get it up and out. Strang's going to go push on apply that pressure on the forecheck. Jumping up from that defensive position to help join on the rush, which is great. Jackets have kept that in. Apparently missed that trip right there. Illinois comes in. That shot goes up and wide. Hopbecker's there to meet it. She can't quite keep it trouble. Illinois still has it. Illinois is going to send it over back behind the net. They send it frontering pass. That is broken up. Jackets can't quite get there. Illinois still has it. They try another centering pass. We break that up, though. Robinson now has it. She's going to chip that up and ahead. Just to relieve a little bit of pressure, get the puck in. Illinois still controls. Jackets switch out a couple girls real quick while they can. Illinois just came through with a lot of speed. Bozinski was there to break that up, though. Douse now has it. She's going to send it up to LaRoche. LaRoche chipped that up and out. Douse is chasing. She's going to get there. Illinois intercepted D to D. Fasoni now tried to break that up but couldn't get it. Illinois still has it. Illinois is just cycling. That centering pass missed, so if Maxim's going to be there, she's going to send it up and out. Actually, did not quite get it out. It was intercepted by Illinois. Illinois just sent it deep. Douse has it. Douse sends it up. Can't quite also get that out. They're holding it on the line. Douse now has it. She still can't get that out. Unfortunate. Puck just trickled in through. All right, 30 seconds left in the second period. We're down 5-0. Illinois controls again off the faceoff. They send it up. Puck trickles into the zone. Gutshaw's there. She can't control that puck though. Illinois comes away with it. Their centering pass misses. It comes up all the way to the D. So Illinois still has it. They've got it at the top of the circles. They're trying to take it to the center. They go cross ice with it. Illinois sends it up and out of the zone. And that is the end of the second period. Well, unfortunately, the Jackets are down 5-0. All right. For the start of this third period, Jackets are going to send out Sullivan, Dar, McInhill, Martin, and Strang. So, fortunately, they're down 5-0. So let's hopefully we can maybe get a couple back here in this third. And try to keep Illinois off the board. All right, puck's down. Jackets controlled off the faceoff. Sullivan sends it forward, but Illinois has it. They go D to D and cross ice. And Sullivan with good pressure there. Illinois sends that forward. Martin's there to pick that up in the Z zone. She tries to send it over to Strang. That is intercepted by Illinois. Martin sends that, just clears that up, and Illinois holds it in the blue line. They send it in deep. They still control. They're on the far boards. They centering pass. Good block by Martin. Illinois still controls in the far boards. They send it up to D. Right D takes a big shot, goes wide. Illinois still controls. They still have it now back behind the net. They send a centering pass. That is in. Shot went near post. Puck controlled by the Jackets off the faceoff. Gutschall sends that in deep. Maxim's in on the forecheck. Illinois centers that up and out. Good save there by Shorman on that breakaway. Zinski's got it off the face-off. She made a girl miss behind the net. She doesn't have much options yet. The Jackets still can't quite clear it out their zone. Illinois holds that in again with a big shot. It's a good save by Shorman. Sony has it. She sends that up to Maxim. Maxim chips that up and out. Maxim's going to get there. She ships that ahead. She comes around. She gets tied up. Still gets a backhand shot off somehow. Illinois got it in their zone. They send it up and about to the neutral zone. Schlagheck has it. Schlagheck brings that in. She's waiting for reinforcements while the Jackets change their forwards. She's doing a great job holding that in. She's got it now back behind the net. She says a centering pass that doesn't connect. Jackets hold that in at the line. The Masters is there. She's holding that in. Backfill in there for Schlagheck. Martin now chips that in. Illinois goes cross ice. Jackets deep broke up all those. Puck comes in. Mary's got that held and freezes the puck. String's got it off the face-off. She sends it around to Habecker. Habecker chips that forward to the Masters. The Masters carries it. Masters is on her own. Shot held up and swallowed up by their goalie. Jackets control, Illinois controls off the face-off. They're going to carry it up. They centering pass misses. That's going to go down for icing. Illinois wins the face-off. They take it back behind their own net. They send it up the left wing for trying to break it out. Puck ends up back in deep. Illinois still has it in deep. Dar's there to provide a little bit of pressure, and then there's Sullivan. Dar gets that. Dar tries a centering pass. That does not broken up by Illinois. Strang is there. She does a great job holding that in at the point, or in the blue line. She sends it in deep. She's still in on the forecheck, helping out. Illinois has it back behind their net. They send it forward. Strang now has it. Strings over to Dar. Dar sends it forward, but Illinois intercepts that. Illinois is going to catch the Jackets in a line change. Basinski with a great defensive play coming in off the bench shot. Sony there couldn't get that. Basinski's there. Basinski's going to send that back behind the net to Franklin. Franklin's got it. She sends it up to LaRoche. LaRoche chips up ahead to the neutral zone. Illinois is going to control in the neutral zone. Sony's there putting pressure. Sony holds that in with her great forecheck. Now Maxim's there, picks that puck up behind the Illinois net. Illinois now has it. Illinois got it. They're going to try to send it up and out. They do get that clear. McInhill is there. Puck is loose. Franklin's got it. She sends it back into the neutral zone. Illinois collects. Illinois sends cross ice. Illinois just dumps it in deep. Franklin's going to go around and pick that up and collect. Franklin's going to send it over to Maxim. Shorman just freezes that puck, and we'll go with the line change. Looks like we might be going running clock. So Schlagheck has that. She sends it up to Robinson. Robinson can't quite get that out. Schlagheck has it. It's pinned up in there on the boards. The Masters has now got it. She sends it behind the net. Jackets do get there. Kohlhaas is there. She sends it over. Gutshaw's now tries to send it. That's broken up. The Masters has it. She sends it over to Robinson. A puck just died in the snow, but they do clear it out. That is tipped back and in, so there is no icing on that. Illinois is going to send that puck up and out. Kohlhaas tried to send that over deep. She's got to Sullivan. Sullivan can't quite get that out. So Jackets break that one up. So can't quite get that puck out. Dar's there. She's trying to get it clear. She sends it to Sullivan. Sullivan gets it over to Dar. Dar does get that clear. Puck just gets kind of trickled forward. Good freeze by the Jackets with 7:50 to go. And we do appear to have a running clock, so we've got 7:40 left. Jackets win the faceoff. It comes back to Martin. Toronto tries to send it deep. That is intercepted. Illinois chips that forward. Mabe has to get to it first, and she picks it up. She turns and makes a real miss. Does get the puck out the zone, too. Dar wins her foot race. That is intercepted, though, by the Illinois, and they send it forward. Illinois enters them down the left side. She sends it in deep behind the net. Baczynski's there. She's going to send it the other way. Habecker's there. She helps to intercept that. Dar gets it. She sends it out of the zone. Illinois controls the neutral zone. Illinois brings that in. They just kind of dump it in deep back behind the net. Baczynski's there. She's going to grab it. She sends that up to Maxim. Maxim over to Tassoni. Roche now has it. Tassoni over there. Illinois has it. Illinois brings it in. Puck comes over to the near corner. Strang's there. She sends it up. Now LaRoche tried to get that up and out. LaRoche still has it. LaRoche still can't quite clear the zone. Jackets are there with pressure. Baczynski comes away from the pile and with it. She takes it back behind her net. She sends it to LaRoche. LaRoche just chips that up and ahead. Can't quite get it out. Comes across ice over to Illinois. Now the Jackets clear it down the middle. They're going to get a quick change going. Illinois brings it down the left wing. Puck is held up there. Great save by Shorman. Franklin is there. Illinois still has that puck. They've done a great job of keeping that puck away from us and taking it off our sticks. LaRoche just sends it deep. That is going to be an icing on us. All right. We're about 5 minutes left. Puck's down. Jackets control. Dowse has it. Dowse tries to chip that up and out. She does. Masters can't win that foot race, though. So Illinois controls. They're going to send it deep. They try to chip it up. McInhill's there. Dowse now has it again. Dowse sends it over to LeMasters. LeMasters backhands that up to Robinson. Robinson chips that ahead. was a good defensive play there by Gutshaw. Held her up at the line. Dar now has it. Dar's going to bring it in. She sends it on the boards, or on the goal. Dar still has it. Jackets did a quick line change. Baczynski's going to get back for it. Baczynski sends that up to Sullivan. Sullivan sends that up ahead. Illinois chipped that into the neutral zone. Illinois picks that up. It's good save by Mary. Baczynski's got that hurler roll pinned in that corner. Illinois comes away with it. Strang with a good block. Illinois still has it. They're still trying to get the centering pass. That centering pass goes wide. Puck kick does not quite clear the zone. Fisoni's now there. She sends that up. Sullivan gets it. She chips it, sends it in deep. Martin there with a good breakup play. She has her stick held up, so she can't get it. Now she's got it. She chips that up ahead. Illinois is going to come in down the wing. Drop pass intercepted by Habecker. Habecker's going to send that forward. Fisoni's there applying pressure. Maxim with a quick shot. Good save by their goalie. Fisoni sends it up to Franklin. Franklin sends it back to Fisoni. Fisoni back up to Franklin. Now she goes back to Fisoni. Fisoni couldn't quite get that centering pass to go through. No icing, obviously, because it was on a shot. I was on the goalie. Franklin sets up to Max. Habecker there. Jackets are going to get a quick change going. Puck comes through. LaRoche has got it. She's going to intercept that. Illinois still has it. The Masters is there applying pressure. They go back to D. Robinson kicks that up and out. Illinois comes forward. They could have centering pass deep and in. Dowse is there to pick that up. Robinson's there. She gets pulled down. Illinois still has it. Gutshaw there to break that up over to LaRoche. LaRoche now is going to carry that ahead down the right side. She's going to dump it in. It was a good shot by the Masters. That was a good save by their goalie. Sullivan's up now to Baczynski. The Masters has that again. Another quick shot. Sullivan's there. She's trying to turn. She can't get turned. Illinois has it. They're going to come back. They're bringing it out. Got a minute left in that period. In the period, Illinois sends it in deep. Gutshaw picks it up. She chips it up the boards to McInhill. Dar can't quite get that clear. Good block by Baczynski. Baczynski's now going to try to chip that ahead. Good back checking and work by the defense and the Jackets to get that cleared out. McInhill sends it over to Sullivan. Sullivan just chips that up and deep. And we go for a full line change with 40 seconds left. Illinois is going to come through with speed. Illinois getting shot, goes wide. Shot kicks there in the corner. Illinois with a deep shot. And it's frozen and held by Shorman. And that's game.